Wednesday.
Oh, the sweat.
Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah.
But have we not been asking for
Oh,
this?
absolutely.
And this is
Absolutely.
beautiful morning.
Oh, yeah. It was
It's a
nice to drive
beautiful
into town. It was
morning.
nice. Windows down,
Ah,
you know. Mm.
air or hair blowing in the wind
Well,
there.
yeah, it was just that one. But
You
no,
know, I
absolutely.
have
It's just
learned,
beautiful.
and this is so bad of me. It's bad, and maybe someday I'll improve this. You know, I'm always working on myself. I don't like the convertibles, and the fact I don't like messing my hair up. And,
For
and
our
there,
TV audience,
I
you
know
guys
it's like
got to see
no,
that.
it's like it's
No, I
yes. If I was prepared and I had a scarf, you know what I mean. If I was doing like
mhm.
the Audrey look and the
Mhm.
glasses and stuff, if I'm maybe I can do that, okay. But if I'm going somewhere and it's somewhere that I really I've just done my hair, I don't want that. And I real world problems.
Real world problems. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
So you'd be over there, Brad, with your window down, and I'd be like, "Can you roll that up?"
And I'd
it's getting
stop and be
it's
like,
getting my
"It's gonna be a
hair.
long walk." But when you get there, your hair will be great.
You would not leave me. You'd circle around and come back and get me.
And then I'd
Because
complain the whole time with the windows up.
yeah,
I
because
get
I'd
it.
call
I
Jeannie, and
get
then
it.
you'd be
Oh
in real
well,
trouble.
yeah, I'd be in really big trouble.
Jeannie,
Be like,
yeah, you'd be in trouble.
yeah, I
Yeah,
would. Yeah,
I know who
yeah,
to
she
call.
would.
I
Yeah,
know.
you do.
I
You
know.
do.
I know.
And she would be. Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be
big
not
trouble.
good. Yeah, big trouble.
You'd
But
be in
no,
big trouble.
I get. But it's just.
It is wonderful.
It is just
Yeah.
nice.
Do you remember, like, as a kid, like, and I don't suggest, do not do this at home, but we just didn't know any better. We did so many things. Do you remember, like, I can just remember like going through the country and having my hand out the window
Oh yeah.
and like trying to high five like the weeds
Yeah.
or the
Yeah. Yeah.
and then
Why?
and then you see a mailbox coming.
Yeah. And like, oh wait. Yeah. No, absolutely. And yeah,
Do
but
you
we've
remember
learned
that?
since
Yeah.
then. Yeah, we have.
Remember
We have.
those times?
Yeah, I do remember those times. Thankfully, we didn't have to learn the hard way.
Right. Right.
So
right.
we outgrew that. But no, we've been asking for all this hot weather, and that's great. And I'm gonna embrace it, and I'm excited about it, and I'm not gonna complain.
No complaining, just
No,
explaining.
Just explaining.
Just
Yeah.
make sure.
So,
I've heard so many people, which we know better, to getting dehydrated, and and the
yeah.
dehydration, comes where you let me get. I hope I don't. Everybody's eating breakfast, vomit. Throw
Mhm.
up. So there's
Yeah.
really some. It's really pretty serious.
Yes.
We know that. So I'm hoping that everybody's really keep chugging that
Yeah.
water.
And the key is to start before you go out into it. You
Preach it.
Start before, and so
Yeah.
absolutely. So,
And pickles, vinegar. I'm smelling more vinegar. I have really.
yeah. Yeah.
There are so many people eating pickles these days
Yes.
because the vinegar they say is really good for like dehydration.
Yes,
And
and
it's healthy.
your body loses salt when
Yeah.
you sweat profusely. But the thing about it is, and people got to remember, heat exhaustion, you're sweating. When you stop sweating and all of that,
yeah.
you need to make sure you get that taken care of. So
yeah,
because that could be really bad. So
right.
all of it's bad, but hydrate, have some pickle juice. They have those pickle juice popsicles.
Yeah, I got some. I got some of those.
Yeah.
It's just funny because it's like, our whole family's on the go all the time.
Mhm.
And it's just funny now. I'm smelling more vinegar, pickle.
Yeah. Well, the ball players got to be out. They got to be
Oh,
hydrated.
they're chugging that. It's just so funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's all good. I'm not complaining, just explaining about it. It's just, like maybe there were different smells you used to smell. And how like sometimes they just capture you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
but that is way better than the sweaty socks smell.
Oh, don't even. And
that's coming from the
shoes and
back
stuff.
and
Yeah,
back,
and that no.
where they've gotten sweaty and then they just take them off, and then we got to have the windows rolled up for our hair.
Yeah. On that case, let the hair go.
Let the hair go.
Yes, when there's
make a
like,
life choice
oh
there.
my goodness, I'm telling you. And football has started,
Yes.
and all of that, and all of those pads and those,
Mhm.
all the stuff, all from head to toe things
Yeah.
that just reek.
We're transitioning from the Boys of Summer, which is still going, into Friday Night Lights.
Oh my goodness.
This is a fun time of year, though.
Oh, it is, definitely. Yeah.
Still got nice weather. You got,
yeah,
it's good.
Yeah.
And football season's always fun. not just because, it's awesome to see the ball games and stuff, but you start out football season in shorts and sandals and a short sleeve shirt, and you end it sometimes in sleet and freezing rain and cold, and all bundled up,
Yeah.
and it's awesome. It's like every week you get to add just a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, going back, okay, the coldest I've ever been in my life. Okay. I always like to think I have too much thinking time. What was the coldest time I've ever been in my life? I always feel like if I'm on a game show,
Yeah.
It was a football game. And back then, cheerleaders, we did not have pants. I mean, you wore skirts and that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
And we had shirts. We had our shirts, we had sweaters on and our skirts, and we were cheering, and it was snowing. And then we had to walk. Okay. A little bit distance, and then I just remember being the coldest I've ever been.
I bet that was cold. Yeah,
I want sympathy on that. I can see it in your eyes.
Absolutely,
it was the coldest I've ever been.
That wool sweater helped. No, it did not. We had a short skirt on.
And yes, think about wool sweaters. What is wrong with that? Right? Put them in wool skirt. Put them in the shortest skirts you can, and a wool sweater. Yay!
Fine. Yay! Yeah. Good point.
Yeah. We were talking. This lady was talking about. I know, and I'll get off this real quick. But I just saw a comedian. Actually, she was talking about how once a cheerleader, always a cheerleader, and she said like the military has their chance, and like she was talking about how cheerleaders, like if you have a group, all you have to do is say ready, and then we're okay.
That's funny. I'm gonna try that. Next time I see a group of y'all, I'm gonna be like, ready.
And then we'll all be, attention. Yeah, okay. We know. We understand
school
the
song?
drill. Yeah.
School song. Start playing the school song.
I know. Don't even.
You cannot play the school song in a pack of cheerleaders.
No.
Is that how that?
You can't help it.
You can't
help. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't help but want to move. Okay.
Club.
Yeah.
No, you can. Yeah. Everybody be like, get out of the way. Where's my pom poms? I have some in the car. Run, get them. Rick.
Gotta get them.
No, that is. But you were talking about the coldest. The coldest I've been.
Okay, let's hear.
Like
yes,
that.
I love that.
It was a semi-state game.
Okay.
And Grayson was playing, and so it was cold, and people had their heaters and everything, and so I had one of those battery powered warming jackets, that helped, but there was this icy. It had stopped raining and sleeting, but they were like, it was a semi-state game, so it's like,
oh yeah,
well, it was a little more north, so the field was a turf field, and so they had tarps over it and stuff, and the game was going to go on, but it was just blistery, and I still had that, but had blankets. And one of the ladies in the crowd, she got her fleece blanket. We were like, what's that smell? And she had one of those fleecy blanket things.
Yeah.
And it was melting from the heater being underneath her blanket.
Oh no.
But she's just like, I am so cold, I'm willing to set myself on fire. It was funny. But it was just the blistering in the stands. You know how air comes underneath the bleachers.
Yes.
It was still blankets on, all of that, but there was still that icy cold. Just it was terrible. Terrible.
Okay, Brad, I'm going to put just a second here because I think this is our guest in the morning. I believe we have Michael with us. Michael, is that you?
Yes, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Of course, this is Becky. Also with me, I have Brad. We're glad to have you with us. And Michael, we were going to start right off. First of all, where are you calling from?
Calling from Weymouth, Massachusetts.
Yay, awesome. Well, good morning. All right, appreciate you early morning with us. Let's kind of go back. You are a graphic designer, and you live, of course, in Massachusetts, and you've been working to promote the 50th anniversary of Jaws. And let's kind of start right there, because I kind of want to explain what was your drive and your thought, because you were the first and actually kind of almost the only in the beginning to put something together like, and we're going to talk about that event. But what did Jaws mean to you? I guess let's go back there, Michael.
Yeah, to start, thank you. But let's start with more of my company's internet company. We do custom designs from branding, marketing, events, and promotional stuff. Been in business since 1997. So it's kind of a long story how I got started, but it goes back 2 years. Working with the Chamber of Commerce, and there was a lot of talks, going back 2 years ago, and long story short is, things didn't go as planned as we liked with, the Chamber and Universal coming forward with like a sanctioned big island-wide event.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I was kind of spearheading, kind of being like the voice of all the Jaws 50th events. And at that time, I think I had the Jaws 50th Facebook group, where I think I had at the time around like 10, 15,000 members, where they were kind of like just, waiting, and we were all waiting, anticipating, when's this date forthcoming? Like, we were always told like a date's coming, like when is it? And so it went on for a long time. And then, things fell through with one of the administration of the Chamber fell through, and they had to get a whole new staff. So they had brought me in, and they're very transparent, and they said, listen, this is where we're at. This is like, we don't have funding to put an island-wide event together. And I was like blown away. So, this was going on for about a year of like pumping up this Jaws 50 that's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Now we were told like, we don't have the sponsorships and this and that. So I left the island, I went back, and I was like, wow. And I just put a post in the Jaws 50th group, and I said, listen, you're all waiting like this. There's nothing happening. There's nothing. Everyone was like, that's okay. It's okay. Like, we could do our own thing. Let's just go anyways. And I was like so relieved. I was so happy, because during that time as well, I was literally getting inundated with messages like, what's going on? What's going on? When's the date for this 50th? I was like, we're waiting. So that's how it's all started, how I got involved. I wasn't even initially signed up to do an event. And, and at that time, like, I just felt so bad for all these fans. Even myself, I was so upset. Like, what do you mean there's like no sanctioned event? Like, Universal's not going to come in and do anything. I was like, oh my God. So we're all just like, hell, we'll go to the island, do our own thing. So that's it. That's how it started. So I was like, I basically, with my company, I just basically made the decision, a financial commitment for the fans. I'm a fan for the fans, and I made my commitment. And, I just basically set up and spearheaded events, and I'm just the type of guy to go big or go home. So that's kind of it. Hopefully that's not a long story.
No, it's interesting. But how did you actually get, you had, of course, Richard Dreyfuss, you had Joe as Alves, and Jeffrey Kramer, you had Jeffrey Voorhees. How did you get them, everybody, the universe could have exploded with that many people, good people together like that?
Yeah, I'm just tenacious. Like, I was like, I first, I had a relationship with Jeffrey Voorhees. My company built his website and market. I built his products, even his blow up raft. We designed that and created that for him. So I had a great relationship with him already. Mm-hmm. So I just basically said, I'm like, Jeff, because he had the history of 30 years of managing the Wharf Pub. So that Wharf Pub, where my idea was to do an event there, that was like the perfect place. So I said, Jeff, it's like, what do you think? And nothing's going on. What do you think? Like, let's put together a party at the Wharf Pub. And he's like, oh, I'll set you up with Diane. And we like, let's set up a meeting. Diane is the wonderful lady. She's the GM there. And so Jeff and I went there. This is, I think, in like September. It was cold and whatever. But so I went to the island, and we sat down with him. Like, so what do you think? And she loved the whole idea. She presented to Will, the owner, and they're like, yeah, let's go for it. Do it. And I just basically said, I will organize it. I'll plan. I'll handle the whole thing. I'll sell your tickets. And I basically said, all the funds will go directly to you. I just want to do this for the fans, for us. Like, so that's how I started with Jeff Voorhees. So that slated the date. We got a date for the whole weekend, June 20, 21, and 22, slated that mm-hmm. pub event.
Yeah.
And that's where it was by then, it was like, we started selling tickets in Thanksgiving in November. So, we had a good amount of time out. There was plenty of time where I just contacted agents and, I just gathered up and got as many celebs, part of the Jaws franchise as I could. And I got lucky. I managed to get through to people. They were very open and they were like, yeah, let's do this. Like, absolutely. So I basically funded and I hosted them and it turned out to be just a wonderful time. And that, by having all them and all of that momentum, and then during this time period of planning and putting this thing together, that's where I met Michael Sterling. And Michael Sterling is the one that built the Jaws Orca replica. And he became a member of the Jaws 50th Facebook group. And first time he even said, he's like, he had this boat that he bought, I think it's close to 10 years ago. He had this 1964 Vinnie Cavanaugh lobster boat. And it's sitting in his yard, but his whole plan was he started to turn it into a replica orca boat. So whatever, he signs up, first Jaws Facebook group ever. He doesn't do social media stuff. He's just like, let me reach out and see what happens. And he joined my 50th group. He posts a couple picture of the boat. Hey fans, like, what do you think of them? Like, oh my God, I was like, I couldn't even believe it. It was like, I call it like the Jaws, like shooting stars, like in the movie, like all the stars were aligned. It was like, pew, pew. It was like, I was just like, oh my God. So I immediately connected with him right away and we just hit it off. And I told him, like, tell me the situation. And he did. And it was in a, he was kind of in a down kind of period with it. He was ready to really trash the boat because it was been sitting in his yard. His wife wanted it out of there. And, I just spoke with him and said, listen, if you really want, the Jaws 50 would be the most epic time to build that boat and get it on Martha's Vineyard. And I will help you. I'll pave the way for you. And it kind of definitely, he just got really excited and he's like, well, let me talk to my wife. And he did. He next day sat down coffee with her and he's like, listen, this is where we're at. And she was like, oh, so this is really a big deal, huh? And he's like, yeah. So whatever. So that was how that connected. And I was lucky enough to I was honored, like every day I would talk to him. He would be sending me pictures and videos of the build. And we're actually going to put together a documentary of the actual building of the Orca, because there's so much great material. And he's such a fantastic guy. And he pulled off a miracle. So that's how we got the Orca involved in bringing that to the island. And that was a smash hit.
So will the boat actually go on water, or is it just for land? Like, look.
Oh no, it's fully on land. Like he trailers it. He trailered it up from Florida, and we brought it in, put it on the freight ferry with the truck trailer and boat on the ferry, brought it over to the island, trailered it off, brought it to the marina, and they put it in the slings. They lifted right off the trailer, put it in the water, and it's a full blown working sea vessel. It's unbelievable. Like he built it, like all the details, even down to the exhaust system that's on the boat. That he built the cap on it, so even like when we revs the engine, it's like wow, like the black smoke will come out of it, just like the movie.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I was thinking, Brad, if we go by in our raft and we see that, we would be
yeah. If we make it very far in our raft.
So in our budget we have a raft.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. It's when you mentioned a raft, there's a group of ladies in this kind of raft when the boat was in Oak Bluffs next to Nancy's in the marina, and when he took it out, like he was just kind of like really slowly just driving around in the the harbor, and these ladies. There was like 4 or 5 of them in this little tiny raft. It had a little engine on it too, but it was really tiny, and it was like drove by, and they were like, they're all like screaming, dun, 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 dun. It was really great. Such really just epic moments. There's just so many great times, and there's so many great photos and videos of fans just having a blast.
Oh, I love that.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
Okay, so I got another question then. So did you still have, or you did a contest through your website, and is that contest still going on, or did that end? It looks like, am I correct?
No, it's still going on.
Okay.
It's full bore. Yeah, it's called the Jaws Fanatics contest.
Uh-huh.
And that's an international contest. It's a 2-part contest. We started it before the Jaws 50th event, where we part 1 was like, enter to win tickets to the sold out Wharf Pub show. So that was part 1. That happened.
Uh-huh.
There was a couple winners got tickets to that. They showed up. That was amazing. Part 2 is still going on. That goes into September. And that's at the JawsFanatics.com. You can go to that, and it's got all the details of the contest details, instructions, and whatnot. But yeah, we've got some amazing prizes for that. It's really great. It's an opportunity for the fans, like the international fans that they couldn't come to the event.
Mm-hmm.
But we had amazing. We had people from Scotland at the Wharf Pub event, and Scotland, Australia, Ireland, Venezuela. Like, it's amazing how many people actually did travel to the island. It was just amazing.
I love that. Well, and it just, I think Jaws has meant and means so much to so many people. And I think it's something, it was a life-changing event, as far as when I first saw it, totally never thought of anything like in the water, like we do now. And of course, it's even, I guess, kind of like spinned off, you got Shark Week now, you got all this stuff with sharks now, much more. And of course, when at like Shark Con that I was there a couple weeks ago, they were showing like the appreciation for sharks, so it kind of introduces you to a different look at sharks, and I think Jaws was something that just brought a whole new, I guess, for us, where we live, we don't have access to sharks, and it brought a whole new spin on that, and brought a whole new, I guess, something different totally to us that we'd never seen before.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, it really did kind of, being the kind of, I guess, the first blockbuster movie that, it had a lot of negativity stuff. I mean, it did some great things, and also created, all the shark hunting, but at the same time, it brought it forward, like, shark conservation, and but it also created, like, it inspired so many young creators that wanted to go out and do filmmaking.
Right, that's true too. Yeah.
It's just it's really special.
Mm-hmm.
It's really special movie, especially for all of us that saw it at a young age. Like, I think I was like 7
mm-hmm.
or 8 or something when I first saw it.
Yeah.
No doubt it ruined all our beach going. Like, we couldn't even today. I mean, I don't go in the water. Like, I'll go in. Don't get me wrong, but I won't go in, dive in, and go swim around and float on my back and be like all relaxed. I'm like in and out, and it's not but I was that kid. That I was even afraid to dive into a pool, like bathtubs, like a little bit. It was like, it was that bad.
Yeah, no, I was that kid too. Baths and everything, anything water related. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
pools.
Completely.
Yeah, I always let someone else dive in before me.
Well, if I got to sacrifice somebody,
that's right.
It's not
Just to
be
make
me.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm that kind of friend. I'm that kind of friend, Michael.
It's
you go first.
I don't know what it is about all of us, but like, I don't know what it is about something like Jaws that like basically ruined our childhood beach going. Like, you think we would hate it, but we seem to like grow up and like love these movies that
Yeah.
kind of like impacted our childhood, and like even like Halloween movie. I'm like a diehard Michael Myers Halloween fan. It's like, but that's when I saw him as a young kid. Like I was afraid to open my damn closet. I was like, is he under my bed? But you grow up and you seem to like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Psychological. I don't know. I don't understand it, but we tend to love these kind of movies that affect us like they did.
Yeah, definitely. So, what have you got? You got anything planned on the next? What's your next adventure? I guess, Michael.
Yeah, we're really excited. We're very honored. We got contacted. Barbara Neff from Neff Productions. She puts on a big event. It's the Connecticut Maritime Heritage Festival, September 6th and 7th. And she contacted us before the Vinyard, meaning before the Jaws 50th, and saying, hey, we would love to have the Orca boat at our event. And at that time, like Michael Sterling was still like built. He was literally working on that boat to the night before he had to leave. So I'm like, here I am going like, oh my God, I just hope it's done. It's going to make it to the island. And she's connected with us like, hey, we want it in September. And I'm telling her, I'm like, we just need to get to the island first. And like, let's connect after. And sure enough, like I didn't forget about her. And she was such a nice lady. So we connected just like a few weeks ago or so, and she's hosting us. She's hosting us. She's paying our way to get the boat from Florida up to Connecticut and New London, Connecticut.
That's
and
cool.
we're excited to have a whole weekend there. And Jeffrey Voorhees is also going to be there. So it's their annual like maritime festival, but this year they're doing like a flare with the Jaws 50th.
That's
So
cool.
yeah, it's really neat. So we're very honored, very excited.
Is that
to
open to the public? Is that open, or is that?
It's absolutely open to the public and
Okay.
it's free.
Oh, wonderful.
Nice,
Yes.
nice.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's wonderful. They have like parades and like drone shows at night. It's like it's pretty neat. And they've got you check it out if you. I think it's I don't know what the actual URL is, but you can do a search on the Connecticut Maritime Heritage Festival. But you can follow us too on the returnofAlegend.com. That's the Orca boat. That's where, any updates and everything will be right there.
nice.
Awesome.
So you did work for Jeffrey Voorhees, right? That's you.
Yes. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
So
I built his website and everything.
So before that, were you a Jaws fan before you got to know someone directly involved with the movie, or did that business friendship relationship help?
No, great question. No, I've been a Jaws fan. I grew up on Cape Cod in Orleans, and so Jaws was always a yearly thing and always like very popular. I've been a fan since in the early 70s. So
Awesome.
yeah, so I mean that's been a fan all my life. But it was really, I could probably say it'd be due to COVID. Where we all had more time, we're all working from home and stuff. That's kind of where I really kind of got more involved in the Facebook community, social media wise. And I do art on the side. It's not my full-time gig. It's really my internet company is my full-time, my grown-up job. But yeah, I still do art on the side, and then so I got involved more heavily with the Jaws Facebook groups, and I, met just amazing people. The whole community is so lovely, and I end up creating my own my own Facebook groups and stuff like that. And that's how it all started, and just started actually like creating some Jaws canvas art myself, and making some T-shirts and that and whatnot, and I got more and more involved in that. So it really became a great thing. I managed to get like more of like a Jaws following type of thing, and so that's kind of it with how I got into the community, and it just kind of really just grew and grew and grew, and and then that we always like every year, especially online, is like every year is like Jaws' birthday. It's like June 20th. We all set like 47th. It's the 47th birthday. It's the 48th, and then we all knew like the 50th coming. It was going to be huge, and so that's kind of where like I created the Jaws 50th Facebook group, and then I got connected with the Chamber of Commerce, and not even thinking that I was going to really do anything ever. It was more just like a labor of love and really just serving the fans and like, hey, this is what's going on. Like, here's the latest and greatest. Never knew I was going to be signed up to put on some full blown events, but no regrets. It was absolutely wonderful.
Love it. Well, I'm very impressed, Michael, and I'm so glad we got to talk to you this morning. I think anybody that can organize, Brad and I, we both organize different events, and it's an act of Congress to get everybody together. Try to get dates together, and try to get a place to host it, and all that you've done. So hats off to you, and I'm so happy, and I think everybody should be very thankful that this was passionate. And you didn't just say we should. You put it to faith without works. I guess you stepped out and did it. And hats off to you, Michael, for organizing that and keeping it going, because it is something I think everybody it's been a big part of your life. Jaws, definitely, and I want it to keep continuing. I want our next generations to fall in love with it and to have that same feelings that we did.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you. You're wonderful. Yeah. It's Jaws forever, really. It's never going away.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, even with these groups, the beautiful thing is, like, if you're not on any social media stuff, you should like get involved with the Jaws Facebook groups and Instagrams. I mean, it's such a great community, and there is, you see the parents today like posting photos of their kids having their Jaws birthday parties.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just so fantastic. It's like this is never going to end. Like,
well, and then my dad, back years ago, my dad made T-shirts up. We had Jaws T-shirts for the radio station.
Oh,
so
nice.
so we were all in. Our family, I've always been raised, loving Jaws, and so it's always been a huge part, and I just love that it continues, and they're a lot of fun. So I'm going to say you got to dive in and become part of this group, because and I'm with you, Michael. I really work on myself and try to make myself better every day, and I will go out and swim, but boy, if something touches me
gives it a willies,
I am out of there. Let me tell you, peace out. You know what I mean? So and it has to be water that I completely see. It's got to be that clear water that I can see, because I did have a little bit of a shark encounter years ago, and so more than nothing compared to anything to even talk much about. But
you actually had a shark encounter?
Yeah, I did.
She's a shark magnet.
Oh, geez.
They like that
Might
corn
not
fed.
go to the beach with you.
Yeah.
Yes, don't.
Yeah.
If you ever have the opportunity, don't do it.
Yeah, don't go.
Don't do it.
Yeah, this is why I can't get anybody to go with me on vacation. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, God, I go to the beach. I go to the beach and my toes yell shark.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So it is definitely, this is why I stay on the land. But I haven't ventured, and I'm doing better. I'm working on myself to get it out a little bit further. But anyway, I do think it's so much fun. I love it. And everybody, the fun part about it is everybody's lighthearted. It may be in a heavy, job or heavy world that you live in. When you go into the world of Jaws people, everybody's fun. It's lighthearted. It's a great time, and it's fun to hear the experiences and what it means to everybody. And so, Michael, thank you for organizing and being the ringleader and bringing everybody together. Keep up the great work. Let's talk again, and I hope to come to some of your events and get to hang out with you. You're a cool guy for sure.
Oh, thank you. You're so kind. Really, thanks for having me on. And,
let's give your websites. How do we give us all the information now?
Well, you can go to there's jaws50th.com. That was like the website that kind of had the three main events. But if you want to go really get involved, like go on to the Facebook group. It's the Jaws 50th Facebook group. I mean, there's like, I think 36,000 people in there right now. And it's like,
that's what it's called on Facebook, Jaws 50th.
Yeah, Jaws 50th. And it's got, I don't know, like 36,000 something people in it right now. And that is such an active group. I mean, every single day people are posting and having fun and commenting. That's amazing. And, we're on Instagram too at Jaws 50th. And go to this, the jaws50th.com. That links off like to the Return of the Legend. That's the Orca's website where, you can get, can actually get some merch too if you want. But that's where you want to tour or follow any kind of tours you have coming up. Not sure what's going to happen after September, but we are working and trying to find other hosts to get the Orca in the sights of all the fans out there. It's an amazing boat, the Michael Sterling boat. It's unbelievable.
Love it. Love it. Well, Michael, keep up the great work, and thank you for being generous with your time. And I appreciate that. And, we appreciate all that you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. And let's talk again. Okay.
All right. You bet. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. All right. Let's have the best Wednesday ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You bet.
All right. Thanks, Michael.
Thank
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. You too. Bye-bye. All right. Pretty cool, Brad. Yeah.
That's
well, and right now, how apropos during Shark Week, I'm seeing all these shark drinks, they have these little plastic sharks that they put like cherry juice in, and then you get a Sprite and you can pour it in there. You can do this at home too.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
That's cool.
And I think how the thing with me is he was a fan.
Yeah.
And he had that experience, and then he got to be a part of getting to know people directly involved through business and being a fan, things like that. I think that's awesome. I
didn't organize it, but I'm that kind of person that was our family. Jaws was huge for our family, and it was kind of a big deal at our house. And so I think that's probably why I've been so passionate about it. And then of course it just feels like, I think it's because it's because where we live, it's so fascinating because it was really something we never knew about. Does that make sense? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and that was, and we didn't know a lot about it directly.
No.
And then the way they filmed the movie to where it was suspenseful and you still was mysterious and everything. It's just like, it just kind of captures, so I think that's
definitely captures you, Yeah. So and then of course now I've been watching Shark Week, and last night they were showing like what to do in a shark attack. Well, first of all, number one, don't go in the water. Okay. I know that's obvious, but if you're in, then I'm on the high alert. I'm seeing.
You're like,
okay.
Wait,
and here's the thing too. It's just like anything. You can be told what to do, but in that situation, are you going to do it? You know what I mean? Stay calm.
Yeah.
Right. When I had my shark encounter, Brad, Jesus walked on the water, and I was the second. I walked on the water. Yeah. They say stay still. No way. I was out of there. Scooby-Doo out of there.
Yeah. But it's so funny because you have all these people that have not been anywhere remotely in that same situation, and their first words are stay calm.
Oh,
I mean, you stay calm.
Yeah, let's see what you do. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna check your calmness.
That's
now.
right. How calm are
absolutely.
you?
But I will have to say that I'm probably, you guys talk about, not going. The Jaws stuff did not make me scared of water.
Oh, you're just. Because you're tough. You're a tough guy.
Well, yeah, okay. Yeah. But no, I love the water. Right? I love the water. So
you didn't think of anything different because we're the same age. You did not think of anything when you took a bath.
No.
Nothing.
No. It's like I love it.
Okay, what about like getting in a pool? When you were little?
No.
Oh, who are you over there?
I love water because I feel like in my mind that
Superman.
That all of these animals would be like, "Hey, Brad's one of us" because he appreciates the water.
Oh, look at you!
That's just in my mind.
Are you Aquaman?
I'm totally wrong.
Aquaman.
Yeah,
that's why.
totally wrong,
that's why when I was over, we had to watch Aquaman. That's why you had Aquaman on.
Yeah.
So we sit there and remember.
I am Aquaman's brother.
You. Oh, I'm figuring it out.
Mhm.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Well,
No,
I was the
just,
total opposite.
yeah, no,
No,
think it's
I
cool.
just remember, you know what I mean? Just, I don't know. I just thought I just knew that Jaws was somewhere lurking, you know what I mean? Just yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
And they say to like, like if you use your oars like to hit them off, you know what I mean? Well, my luck would be my oar would go down, floating down, the ocean.
They'd bite it in half.
Yes, I would have no oar.
Well, they say punch them in the face.
Well, I
punch 'em in the
know,
nose,
yes.
but-
Yeah, they say to like to hit the nose because
Mhm.
there's like I mean that would their nerves damage, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Knowing my luck, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to
You're like, even though you're trying to
I
kill
don't
me,
want
I
to
don't
be in
wanna
that
hurt you.
situation.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
yeah.
want to be in that situation.
Yeah.
And then I never thought about this. Okay, okay, I'm always my thought is, okay, like when I'm out there, remember I told you I did really good
Mhm.
this past spring. I did go out far. I'm trying to, make myself okay. I did go out further, but then whenever I get feeling nervous, then I hightail back, I fly back. And so anyway, but I never thought about like underneath, like if they're on the bottom and they come up. I don't know why, for whatever reason, duh. I always think if they're behind me, they're trailing behind me, they're going to get my foot. My foot's going to get it. Right.
Well, they just left the snack bar on the beach,
yeah. And then all of a sudden
and
they
then
go.
they get into the water, and then they're behind you. Yeah.
I know. See, I'm thinking they're behind me,
Yeah.
but I never thought about what's up underneath.
Yeah. So,
Brad, now I'm totally out of there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And right?
Yeah, I get it, but it's.
Yeah.
But you are a shark magnet, so maybe I would be I would probably maybe
they
look
just
at
have
it a
to
different
come over and
way,
see.
but
Oh,
it
and
was
then
not one of those things that, I don't know.
well, and then they said, last night, they said, don't wear jewelry. Do you know how much jewelry? I love a good gold chains and earrings, my hair up. I mean, you got to look, I mean, when you're going to the beach, right? You got to have all that done. I mean, I have everything sparkly and shiny.
You make yourself into a
and
bobber.
Then, yeah, totally. That's the reason.
I see why you'd be. Yeah,
exactly.
I get
and I even have the Victoria's Secret is the sparkle lotion.
Oh, yeah. Well, look at this.
Well, I'm going to sparkle if I'm going to the beach.
Why would I go over there when I can see something shiny, right? It's like shaking keys or something. Squirrel.
Every box they check. I checked every box of what not to do.
What not to do. Well, yeah.
bright bathing suit.
Yeah. My favorite float thing that I've got for my pool is my shark. That's what I hang out on.
Well, I had to remind you that you had it. That you had it. Remember?
Yeah,
You forgot.
I was like, oh,
your favorite. You forgot.
Yeah. So, and then I pulled everything out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, it is still my favorite.
Well, it should be. It's really cool.
It's really cool. So,
it is cool.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
and he smiles while you're.
Oh
yeah, pool,
yeah.
So
he's smiling because he's gonna get you. Get you.
Yeah.
I would love to when you jump in. I wish I was at your house and you did not know. And I wish that when you jump in the pool, I'd grab your leg. That was always, I would love to do that just to mess with you.
Yeah.
Just to see how Mr. Tough Guy.
That probably wouldn't bother me.
Oh, okay. Now challenge.
Because I would think Max had snuck out there and was paddling around.
But you see Max before you jump in. You see Max sitting on the deck, looking good, and then all of a sudden, I'd love to just.
I would think though. No, I wouldn't think of shark. I would think of Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees before.
I can't do that. I can't. Oh, I'm not doing that. I can't do that.
No.
Oh, that's a whole nother trauma there. Yeah. Okay. That's a whole nother, that's messed up. Okay. Yeah. I think the thing about Jaws, it's scary enough to scare you, put you a little bit on that. I like comedies, you know what I mean? I'm really a comedy person, but it gives you a little bit of like edge.
It does.
But it doesn't go, but it doesn't, it's not too far
that it's not gory.
Right. Yes, exactly. Which he was, Steven Spielberg worked on that where it wasn't like so. Yeah. And
and it just kind of, it just makes you on edge a little bit. It doesn't show stuff, but see, that's the stuff that I think is like, oh, what's gonna happen? what's going to happen. I love that.
You're a thrill seeker.
Yeah.
I am somewhat, but
I'll take that over gory any day.
yes, me too. I don't want gory.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. All right. Also, Brad, we haven't thanked our sponsors real quick. We got to read them out loud.
Oh, okay. We've got Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Rosa's, Foxley Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Marshall Monuments, McAllister Land Consulting, First Harrison Bank, Louisville Bats, Schneck Hospital, and Temple and Temple.
Very thankful for them. And we want to say rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh,
yeah.
I know.
Now, did you ever make it to one of his concerts?
I did get to see Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay, where were you at?
And in Louisville.
Okay.
So actually a little I was young. But my very first concert was and he was with Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath and
that's
Kiss.
Cool. Oh, now boy, that right there,
Yeah.
that you paid, whatever you paid, you should have paid more. That's a beautiful concert.
And that was right before he left and everything. So but anyway, but I got to see Ozzy, and I will tell you that you know, a lot of people think of him from the reality TV show, you know, Sharon,
yeah,
you know, and,
I've been
you know,
Sharon.
But a legend. Ozzy Osbourne as an individual performer and with a group was just amazing. And he, you know, I saw an interview yesterday actually, and they were talking, I don't know who did it, but it's an older interview, but talking with Sharon Osbourne, and what a driving force she was, you know, is still, and just amazing. But she talked about the first, because her dad was in the music industry, and that's how she started working as a publicist and doing all that stuff. But the first time she met them, she was like, they were scruffy and dirty and they smelled bad, she said, and everything.
I love that.
And so she was talking about, you know, that they were just not, that they were used to, you know, working with more polished bands and stuff like that. And so, but her dad's like, you know, they were talking about how, she was so unimpressed and everything. And so he said, well, we're going to go to their concert and you're going to see why I'm, you know, interested in representing this band. And she went, loved the show, went backstage, and the rest is history.
Oh, that's
so it's
cool.
Just kind of really cool. So
I love that. I love that.
But he was a big human rights advocate for all kinds of human rights, and he did a lot of work on that, and he did a lot behind the scenes to help other musicians get started and things like that. So I think that it's important this is a big loss.
Oh, I think
all lives are a big loss, but this is just, you know, I think every person, our generation, even younger, has this idea of what's your favorite Ozzy song.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
And so.
Well, and then like his songs, like when you hear them, I mean, everybody knows them. I mean, everybody knows the words, you know, everybody can sing along. It just, I think the thing that I did not get to see him. I honestly was a little afraid when, you know, and then when he bit the head off that bat, and he thought it was a fake bat.
Yeah.
And then when he found out that it was real, you know, of course, an animal activist got after him. But he said, I would have never done it if I knew it was real.
Right.
And he said, obviously, because he had to take these shots. For rabies shots. Yeah. He said those were horrible.
Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of interesting. And I think Sharon is absolutely beautiful. Oh, and I think so for her to have supported him, stayed with him, I love every bit of that of her, you know.
And I think that you know, and one thing with him is, you know, he was given so much talent. He used that talent for good. Whether you agree with the type of music or anything like that, he used his talent for good, and to leave. And, you know, you don't think about, normally you don't eulogize people in this way, like, you know, that's a heavy metal, you know, rocker, legend. But, you know, he in many ways, he left this world better than he found it.
Oh, I agree. It touched so many different lives.
In different ways and the things he did. And, but I think one thing with him was he and Sharon Osbourne have both been very transparent in, this is the struggle. You can can come out on the better side of it too.
Right.
So those life lessons are those are important, and they probably saved other people's lives.
That's what I thought. And that's huge for somebody to do that. And then Gene Simmons said that if he was summing him up and what he would put him as a family man.
Yes.
I mean, how cool is that? I mean, he's doing his show and he puts on a show. I mean, you're going to get from, start to finish, you're going to get a full show, but then like how involved he is with his family.
Yeah. And it just goes to show you that most people judge things by their public persona.
Oh,
especially in the music industry,
absolutely.
And actors and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
So,
yeah. Well, and I was scared to see Alice Cooper when we were younger. And then I saw him just a few years ago and he was fantastic. Yeah, he put on a really good show. Yeah. And it was kind of funny because on the way to the concert, I was kind of nervous. Yeah. Kind of just made me, what am I gonna? But anyway, he was really good. I mean, So.
And I think the thing with Ozzy Osbourne to me is, his voice in itself is almost haunting.
Yeah.
But it's got a clarity to it that's just amazing.
Yeah.
And even after Parkinson's and all of that.
Well, he had that accident. It was on was it a 4-wheeler or something like that? Yeah. He had a really bad accident.
Yeah.
And then it went into the Parkinson's.
Yeah. But he still he still had a clarity to his voice that was still almost haunting to me in a good way.
Yeah. And like 15 days ago or 17 days ago or something like that, he just did his last concert. Yeah. That's cool. And I think he sung like 9 songs. That's and to remember those 9 songs.
And he actually wasn't supposed to. He was just supposed to be a guest.
I love that.
And then
that's because he's a showman.
Oh,
absolutely. That.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
I and I'm happy that he got to do that. And I'm happy for people, that that can relate, that are huge, fans. And
I love the picture. I think, is it Pearl, that his granddaughter that's with him, and she's little and they're both got their tongue out and when she said, and it says, when you realize that your grandpa is the Prince of Darkness. Yeah. How cool. I mean, he loved his family.
Yeah. He said that he loved his
grandpa. He loved people in general.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I mean, pretty cool.
So I was sad to hear about that.
Yeah, me too. But what a legacy he left, and continuing on. That music will it will never stop for sure. So also, Brad, today we're moving right along here. We're getting to the end of the month. Crazy. The 23rd day of July.
Wow.
Today is hot enough for your day. Is it hot enough for your day?
It could be a little hotter.
Look at you. 90s. Bring it on.
Bring the 90s.
Bring it on. All right. Yeah. National Vanilla Ice Cream Day.
Oh, you can't go wrong with vanilla ice cream.
Go wrong.
Especially on fudge brownie. That's
who said that?
You can't go wrong.
Yum. Peanut butter and chocolate day.
Can't go wrong there.
It shows an ice cream cone and it's got peanut butter, ice cream, and then with chocolate on top. Somebody was thinking. Somebody knows how to do it. Sprinkle day, and it shows like cookies when you put the sprinkles on, or ice cream sprinkles.
Yeah. No? That's not bad.
No.
Sprinkles aren't my favorite, but I won't turn it down, obviously.
So this is funny. Yada, yada, yada day. Do you remember that Seinfeld episode? Yes. Yada, yada, yada.
Yes.
I do that all the time. Whenever there's nothing else to say, just yada, 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 whatever, or nothing more to,
I have a coworker that, sorry, got me choked up there. I have a coworker that will randomly come see me and just peek their head in the door and say that.
Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. And then walk away, leave. And they think it's the most hilarious thing ever. And it is kind of funny, but
I love things like that.
They did that, and there was a younger person in there, and that younger person said, I hate to ask, but why is that so funny?
Because it's
so I had to explain the yada yada yada.
Yeah, it's just yada yada yada. You know what I mean? It's like fill in the blanks. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll do that a lot of times. Like I'll be like, well,
we're gonna go down there, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna move over here, and then yada
yada yada. And because you really don't know. You know what I mean? You don't know what you're gonna adventure. I mean, I mean, you're ready to. I feel like our days. You know what I mean? Like start off this morning, we're gonna do coffee club, and then yada yada yada. Right, Brad?
Right.
We can feel that because who knows what.
And then maybe take lunch, and then after that, probably yada yada yada.
When we kiss everybody goodbye on Coffee Club here, Who knows? Let the games begin.
Let the-
May the odds be in your favor.
We're just
May the
one
force
text
be
or
with you.
email away from an
something.
adventure.
Exactly.
I didn't say good or bad. I said an
No,
adventure. Yeah.
no. We don't know. We don't know. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's
Or
always.
we may get that random, hey, I got a pie for you. Can
Oh,
I bring it
cake,
over?
yeah,
Yada,
or,
yada, yada.
or a crisp.
Oh. Yes, thank you.
Something
We're not
crispy.
suggesting anything. we're
Yeah,
just
we
saying.
will be that. Yeah, we're there. We're there. Well, we did give away some racing tickets, and Brad there to the race coming up, and so hopefully the racers will be going on some fun adventures, and I hope everyone has fun. And of course, you know, it's a busy summer, and I feel like we've
Yeah.
had a lot going on this summer. And I know right now we're getting ready for back to school, and Walmart, you guys are all ready for that over
Yep,
there.
We
The
are.
backpacks again. When last year when I thought you did good, I didn't think you could get any better. And then you're rocking the backpacks over there.
Yeah.
I
we are.
in
We
I just have to walk through and see them all. I love them.
Yes, absolutely. Speaking of, we're excited because we've got the banners. We just got them in. So
Yay.
beginning next week, you're going to see the banners for CMN and Becky, you and WSLM is one of our premier sponsors for CMN. But you're going to see the banners go up, and so that's going to be cool. So be looking for those, and and I would say that as you see those, and be thankful in general, but just be thankful for those businesses that help build our community. And we're very proud of all of you all that partnered with us. But look at those banners, and I know that it may seem simple, but if you see some of those folks that are involved in those businesses, take the time to say, you know what, thank you for partnering with Riley, because it's about Riley and it's about the kids. So I'm excited about seeing those banners go up.
Right,
So
me too.
we'll have to go out and do a field
Oh,
trip.
we will. I love that. Let's do that.
Trip.
Let's walk through and do.
Yeah.
And we can look at the back to school supplies. I love that.
Yeah.
And of course, the new clothing that's coming out.
Oh,
and
yes. Our new fashion line.
I know. I love that.
Yeah.
And of course, now the summer stuff, which will be perfect for school shopping, is on rollback. You've got really good deals going on right now. So this is the season, the time, and it's a busy time.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're not too far away from where end of summer back to school meets fall. So you know how that goes.
It just all goes together.
Yep.
And then before too long, then we'll be closing pools down.
And
oops, I went too far, didn't I? Oops, she went too far.
Everybody will know.
She went
Anybody
too far.
that sees me when I start wearing black every day,
she went too far.
Everyone knows.
She went too far. We're not going to talk about it today.
With the heater for the pool, though, that means that I get at least another 5 or 6 weeks of fall.
Yeah, season. Exactly. Yeah.
I'd be fine out there on Thanksgiving.
Carve the turkey up. I'll come over.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd eat a turkey leg in your pool.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
On a floaty with a now, hang on. You know you made it in life if you're on a floaty in your pool eating a turkey leg.
True.
Now come on.
That's a life well lived.
That's America.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
That totally is. Yeah.
Right?
And get me a turkey float.
Oh, don't even.
They make those. I'm sure I could find them.
I'm sure they would. Ooh, what about like a big old mashed potato float? Oh. No, think about it, like it would kind of curve up. Yeah. So like your gravy, you'd be the gravy.
Yeah, there you go.
Did I just make something?
You just make something. You need to.
How fun would that be? Because your legs could kind of go up a little bit. You'd be kind of cradled, and you'd be the gravy and the mashed potatoes.
Good. That'd be awesome.
And then like somebody could spin you.
Yeah.
A little bit.
And my shark could come over and start eating the mashed potatoes. It works.
Love every bit of it.
Well.
We're on to something here.
Yes, we are.
Why not? Thanksgiving in the pool.
Yeah.
Very thankful for the pool.
I'm in.
So why not? Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it. Yeah. Deep thoughts.
Yeah. I can put off black.
I'm
till
sure
after
somebody.
The holidays.
I'm sure there's somebody, and I am going to Google, try to figure out how to create your own floaties.
Yeah, that probably is a thing.
Yeah, think of all the floaties we could make.
Yeah, I would make one with Max.
Max would be on his own. Ooh, what if you did like corn on the cob, and then you could lay out.
Yeah.
I mean, you could really stretch out.
Yeah, that's got to be.
And then the husk down.
Because there's big pineapples.
Well, yeah.
So
there's a pineapple, there better be
somewhere.
corn.
Because there's people that are in pool year round.
Yeah.
Not here, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
What about the green bean casserole? Let's bring it back.
No,
Okay.
no.
Oh, Brad, I would float by a green bean casserole float just to show you that it should be.
No.
Yeah.
It's like the casserole itself. Some things should not
be. It
I'm not a
should
green bean
be. It's
casserole
got to be
person.
on the table. There
Sorry.
it says people will be. It's funny you say that, and then when everybody's scraping the bottom of the pan because everybody loves the green bean casserole.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't be hating on it.
My next thing now is, and so somebody can maybe help me with this, is I need a Sasquatch pool float.
Don't even. I
do.
would love that. You know, I'd love that too.
Yeah, that'd be.
Would he be in motion? You know, because he walks. You know, you'd have that one leg forward, and then his arm dragging.
I feel
you know,
like that would. I feel like though
you could lay out on that. Really pretty cool.
I need to find one of those.
Oh, I definitely think so. You know,
they've
got
any ideas.
You know, they've got those out there.
They do.
I
just
not.
You know.
I don't know where. I don't know where you get it. I don't know where you get it.
But if somebody runs across something, let me know.
Yeah, please let us know. Or mashed potatoes or turkey.
We need to research how to.
Yeah, there's got to be. We got to design our own.
Yeah,
love that. All right, let's design our own sponsors today.
All right, we've got Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Rose's, Foxford Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Marshall Monuments, McAllister Lane Consulting, First Harrison Bank, Louisville Bats, Schneck Hospital, and Temple and Temple.
Yay! Thank you to our great sponsors. When we had Josh on yesterday from Temple and Temple talking about all the great projects they've got going on. So exciting
times.
All right, wonderful Wednesday. Also, this at Papa John's. Don't forget it's Wacky Wednesday. So take advantage.
Can't go wrong there either.
No, definitely not. Brad, let's have the best Wednesday ever.
Best Wednesday ever.
Thank you.